In today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different, but I'm going to help you troubleshoot your dog's recall. It can be a real struggle because you put a lot of effort into recalling your dog, maybe at home or in the garden, and you get a lot of success in those kind of situations. But as soon as there's a distraction, it doesn't work. And that's where it gets frustrating and you really don't know what's missing. Hi, I'm Anna Laurie from Genius K9, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So to get a really good reliable recall, it does require some time and effort on your part, but that time and effort doesn't have to be hard work. It can be fun games, and that's what we do here. Replace the hard work with fun games. So if you're a visual person like me, I've done something a little bit different today, and I have doodled out how I basically go through really any sort of problem, any struggle that we have with our dogs, anything that we want to teach them to do, any troubleshooting, that kind of thing. I'm going to give you a little insight into how I break things down into game-based training and how it all works. So let's take a look. So at the moment, I will make an assumption that you and your dog have some sort of reward system in place. You have worked out what they love to play with you, and whether it's food or toys or something else, you have some way of rewarding your dog. What you're more than likely doing is you are using those rewards to call your dog spins around towards you, she runs over to you, and you deliver some sort of reward and some sort of celebration. And you perhaps repeat it, 10, 50, 100, 200, 300 times. And you think, right now, I am ready to take this game out into the big wide world. So we introduce some distractions and you call your dog, but you are getting no response. And you just end up feeling completely frustrated, a little bit confused. So let me share with you what a recall is made up of. And I've broken it down into 4 separate parts. So number 1 here in the picture, does our dog love being close to us? Then over at the tree, the second piece of the puzzle is, have we rewarded our dogs for orientating back to us, turning back to us when we do call them? The third piece of the puzzle is, have I rewarded them for running straight towards me? And then the fourth piece of the puzzle is, can my dog do all those things when life gets really exciting? And that's the piece of the puzzle where the majority of us do struggle, including myself. We are not immune to the excitement of life with our dogs. As a dog trainer, it's exactly the same for me as it is for you. So this is a real insight into how I go about things, even for my own dog, but also to help reveal where the gaps are for you and your dog. So when life gets exciting, that is an important piece of the puzzle. Okay, so what we do here and what I do is I add in games for that connection, being close to me and just loving that, making that relationship really valuable. And then the second piece of the puzzle, I play lots of games to make sure that I've rewarded my dog for turning back to me. Then we go on to games for running over a distance towards me and going directly towards me without deviating off to go and say hello to someone else. And then some games to build an ability to do those things when life gets exciting. There's actually games we can play to make sure that when life gets exciting, our dogs can still listen to us. So that's the sort of games that we're playing here. And they are valuable for everything we do in life. It's really, really important piece of the puzzle overall. One of the big fundamentals. So what we do is we play all these games, and then what I do is I play all those games. There is no order that I have to play the games. The beauty of game-based training is I can play them in any order, and then I can piece them together after I've played them and established each game. So we piece it together and we start to call our dogs from distractions, and we should be able to get some really, really good results. This is a demonstration of, when I'm talking about playing games in 3D, it's like a 3-dimensional model. When you piece things together like this, it gives a much more solid end result, even if there's some of the games missing. you need a framework, something that's flexible. And this is the beauty of 3D games, because I can play more games for one piece of the puzzle because your dog might need something more for when life gets exciting. Different dogs need different things, and some people have done loads of work to get a piece of the puzzle, but there's a piece missing, and then perhaps we can play games to just fill that gap. You might look at that picture and say, actually, I can see really clearly now where I haven't rewarded my dog or played games that actually address that piece of the puzzle. So hopefully this little insight into how we put the training together to make all the things that we really want our dogs to do well, that make us, proud to be out in the park with our dogs, and people are like, I've had it walking down the beach where I've called my young puppy, she's now 7, my young puppy, someone's riding a horse on the beach, I call her away. I've done lots of these games, and I remember the lady on the horse saying, that's a great wee recall. We're in Scotland. That's a great wee recall. And people do appreciate it when your dogs are doing what you want them to do. And it's a real proud moment for us, because we put a lot of effort into making it so, and quite rightly so. You should be proud of the effort in what you see down the park as a well-behaved dog. So these are the sort of things you can do. So if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.
So there's nothing that's changed.